I know one person came back. And now there was a resolution, but did not include whether or not these people are returning to the PDP. In fact, the reason that was cited, I had spoken to Chief Tony Okocha as well. And he said, well, he's not a member of the PDP, but those people said that there were issues in their party. Are there issues in the PDP that will warrant defection or cross-carpeting, as it is used on the floor of the House? Are there any issues that should warrant that? And what sort of issues should warrant that kind of movement?
Well, clearly there are no issues in PDP. There's no division in the party, which is the only locus for which any lawmaker or any person can decide to cross carpet from the party. I read through their resignations, and they made mentions of certain issues of two secretaries at the national level and all of that. I think for the lawmakers who resigned on the basis of any disagreement in the office of the national secretary, that of course is the height of criminal dishonesty to say that PDP is in crisis. So you must have a party that has a parallel national working committee, parallel NEC, parallel and board of trustee. If these three organs of the party are one, or they are not divided and they are functioning, you cannot say that the party, is divided. Then coming back to Rivers State, the same lawmakers who already knows that in Rivers State, after the resignation of His Excellency Desmond Akawa as chairman of the party to take up an appointment in the APC government, there is a deputy national state chairman who took over as acting chairman. Have you ever heard that there's any schism in the PDP in Rivers State? There is none. They didn't cite any as well. So, like I said, whatever they did, whatever reasons they gave, was the height of criminal
But you're not
dishonesty.
concerned that the PDP in Rivers State is not talking about the fact that those people, those lawmakers, went to the APC, and there are still talks about whether they should remain lawmakers and retain their seats. And it doesn't seem like the PDP is talking about it. I haven't heard any statement.
Okay,
I've not seen in Rivers State saying, no, these people have to come back to our party. So isn't that a concern?
That's where you must understand that people have their allegiance not because they carry the banner of PDP. As at today, in fact, before the presidential election, it was obvious that the former governor of Rivers State, who is now the FCT minister, was campaigning for an APC presidential candidate, Bola Tinubu, who eventually won the election. And every member of the PDP that was loyal to him did the same. That was the beginning of their exit from the PDP. And so, if you see a the so-called state PDP ESCO, you have a PDP state publicity secretary. Have you heard him about this? Have you heard the chairman? Have you heard any person talk about it? So it's clear that they are operating what we could call the PDAPC, which eventually is gradually exiting into a full-blown APC structure. You can see them mixing together with APC, doing things here and there. We, as PDP, we have been keenly watching at the events that are going on. But thank God that the party does not belong to a state. The party is a national party. And at the time that is right, at the time that is legally correct, that anomaly will be corrected.
You mentioned something. Darlington Ochi, when I spoke to him, also said that in the PDP, we have people who are in the PDP, in the APC, and still in the PDP. And you have said something, the PDAPC.
Yes.
How does that make you feel? Because you had earlier said PDP is still PDP, but then now you're seeing that, well, it looks as though there might be another script being played. If we are to go by...
Why I said so is that the party draws its power from the national. And so whatever is happening at the other various subnational levels, it will be dealt with at the national. So
at the national, why haven't we seen moves being made? We know that the spokesperson at the national level had come out to say, well, the seats of those people should be declared vacant. And that has also brought up a conversation. So now I need you to tell us, if we're to look at the provisions of the constitutions of your party, the PDP, a situation like this, where these individuals, lawmakers, now cross carpet to the APC, can they still be lawmakers, or are they to vacate that position? And then if they are, what is the PDP supposed to do with regards to producing new people that would fill up those positions?
Well, right now we are aware that matter is before the courts. And the PDP strongly represented in that case. And our national legal advisor, by the decision of the NWC, has maintained and will be maintained, because this is constitution, that those lawmakers have ceased to be lawmakers because they have left the platform that produced them as lawmakers. So it's criminal for them to continue that mandate under APC when they didn't get that mandate in APC, especially when their reasons also is criminally dishonest.
But you are aware this is not the first time. We've had before presidents of Senate move from the APC to the PDP. And, well, the PDP did not say what he's saying now then. And we've had other situations too. We've even had governors who had moved from the party that they were to another party and remained governors. So, looking at those antecedents, are you confident that in Rivers State we might not turn out seeing the reality of the rumor of the state becoming an APC state? Looking at this,
the truth is that a crime cannot be convicted. Someone cannot be convicted for a crime outside the court of law. If someone commits a crime and you are not taken to the appropriate quarters, that crime can go. So most of the cases where people defected and nothing happened is because they didn't pursue it. But there are also plethora of evidence and, of course, antecedents where lawmakers had to vacate their seat because they defected. It's already established in law. It got up to the Supreme Court. So PDP is saying, this time we can't let this go. This is one insult too many to the party. And so for those lawmakers, it's clear. The courts is that the party will go through the whole hall of the prosecution until we see that their seats are declared vacant and they are filled by PDP members.
Is the PDP finding it difficult to address the minister of the FCT? Because some people think, and the minister have even said it, let them try it. Like, dare them. Let me see who would expel me from the party. Or
That was when he was governor, and that was the statement he made when he was still governor and all that. Presently, can he still say that?
He said that as an FCT minister.
No. What I'm saying is, what are you talking about expelling when you have lifted yourself out of the party into the APC? Talking about expulsion of the former governor and the present minister, it doesn't make any sense to me any longer. When that was supposed to be done has passed. Right now, he has played all his cards and is at the end road. So he is already at the exit door, even not exited already.
So you are alluding to the fact that we might see the FCT minister go to the APC. Would that not concern the PDP, especially in Rivers State, when you consider those people loyal to him in the party? Does that then point to the direction that we might see all of those structures? I mean, the emphasis on structure, like he always says, in the PDP or in Rivers State, go to the APC.
We've seen that over and over. I was in this same Rivers State when a sitting governor moved from PDP to APC. I am talking about Right Honorable Amici. When he left, everybody felt that would be the death of PDP. He left with the likes of big wigs like Senator Magnus Abe, Dakuku Peter Side. You can name them. Today, is there not still a PDP? So that the FCT minister may exit with this crop of politicians that have made everybody feel that politics is so terrible and an arena not to venture into. We will be glad to celebrate their exit because that's when PDP will be stronger. People are stronger in unity, not in majority. And so strength is in unity, not in majority. And that's why we want them. See, of course, what do you expect? If you see chicks moving on the road, there must be a mother hen somewhere. So the mother hen has given directive, and I'm sure the mother hen would join at the very appropriate time. What is the fear for moving immediately is what I don't know.
So you are confirming now from your own speculations that what people are carrying around as rumors at the moment is possibly true, that we would have quite a number of members of the PDP move to the APC, including the minister of the FCT, bearing in mind that we have the local government elections coming this year in just a couple of weeks' time. Is that something that is a concern? And don't forget that the PDP presidential candidate, after losing at the Supreme Court, had a press briefing where he also called for parties to merge. And the question I asked myself was, if parties merge with the PDP, what would then be?
Well, it all depends on the terms of the merger.
So what would that then mean? Because all of this then points to a situation where for some people the PDP is sinking and it's done.
Well, I don't think the PDP has had its own fair share of failure, its own fair share of disappointment in the last few years of election. But I can tell you the PDP has a robust rebound structure that will keep it afloat. There is no doubt about it. Of course, the so-called APC that people are celebrating today is because they are in power, and soon there will also be an implosion. Of course, you know how Nigerian politicians behave. They move in between the lines as if you can no longer. Of course, a politician once said that a political party is just a vehicle. When it takes you to your destination, you step out of it and look for the next vehicle. That's the way politics has been played here. So it doesn't give me concern that there's an APC and that PDP is struggling to find its feet. It doesn't give me concern. At the appropriate time, with the failure of the APC that we are seeing at all levels, with the verbosity without action that we are seeing from the president, even from his New Year Day speech, I can tell you that Nigerians are tired. 8 years of Buhari, of course, we are tired.
But this was exactly what was said by the PDP, that what we saw under the past administration at the national level, there is no way the APC will come into power again. But then here we are.
Because you are aware how much this election was rigged. You are aware how much this election has been validated by the judiciary when it ought not to be so. But because we live in a constitutional democracy, when such constitutional structure has given their verdict, what do? You stay under such illegitimacy until you find the appropriate time to upturn it.
All right. We'll take a few messages. A commercial is also on the way. But when we come back from that, we would still dwell a bit on the PDP situation in Rivers State. Have meetings been held? The leader of the party, for some the governor, for others the FCT minister. I would get your thoughts. And as that leader, whichever one is a leader in your perspective, have they held meetings to say, what do we do in this party going forward, especially when we take a look at the political situation in Rivers State? You're aware of the resignation of Edison here and also the implementation of this agreement that was reached between the governor, the minister, supervised by the president. Would also look at those. But first, let me remind you that you can send in your questions and thoughts. The number is 0809 030 6416. That's the WhatsApp number, 0809 030 6416. Drop your comments there. The question still stands. Is it safe to say at this point that Rivers State might just be on the verge of becoming an APC state? That would be the rumor in town. Is that something that could become a reality? You've heard from my guest, Dr. Nwibubasa has said quite a lot, and I'm sure he has even more to say. All right, so let's go for this short commercial. The WhatsApp number again, 0809 030 6416. Send in your messages, questions, and contributions. On Facebook, it is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On X, it is Nigeria Info PH. We'll be back after this short break. spokesperson, Atiku Campaign Council, member of the PDP. In Rivers State, we've said quite a lot with regards to the party, and there's still lots more to say. We'll get into those questions in a matter of moments, but let me first go to WhatsApp and attend to some of your messages before we continue with my guest in the studio. The WhatsApp number again, just in case you didn't get it the first time, 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. That is the WhatsApp number. I will start with that one. And this one says, good morning. There's news all over social media platforms. Okay, yes. Let me also say this. I got the messages and news that, well, the lawmaker Edison here, who resigned, has been named the chief of staff to the Rivers State government. Now, that has not been confirmed. We would also have to speak with the Commissioner for Information to verify that. So please, those of us who are already spreading that, let's wait for an official verification and confirmation before we say anything. Please, that's all I can encourage us to do. Okay, I just needed to address that because it's already getting wild and everybody is. So let's wait. Let's get it official from the government house, from either the Commissioner of Information himself, or a statement from the government, and then we can say, okay, good to go. This one says, how can Rivers State become an APC state when the ruling party is PDP? The likelihood of championship is far-fetched unless he wants to totally render himself politically irrelevant and become a mere pawn in the hands of the FCT minister. Okay. Good morning. Happy New Year. That a crime is committed without the person concerned being punished doesn't mean that next time such crime is committed, the person will go free. For me, the case of 27 defected lawmakers is a litmus test for Nigeria's democracy and our constitution. Odimegu Soni Didia. This person says, welcome. Yes, APC is taking over Rivers State for now, and that's the political record Wike wants to create. He will succeed because the present PDP in power will game, but it will not be sustained. Okay. Senator Magnus Abbey has gone back to the APC. He made that announcement yesterday. That also brought up concerns to further strengthen this position. That is the APC going to be the next thing in Rivers State? Now, let me come to you from the perspective of the leadership of the party. I've asked almost every guest I had the opportunity to speak with towards the end of last year till now who the leader of the PDP is. And there's been diverse opinions about it. Let me ask you, I'm asking you this because your answer will be my next question, which would be, has this leader called for a meeting of stakeholders in the party to say, our party in the state, we need to address certain issues that we can all see is happening in Rivers State?
First of all, the leadership of a party or the leader of a party is not a subjective view. No one can tell you, I think this is the leader or this is my leader. No, it's a constitutional thing in the PDP.
But many people say there's no constitution in PDP that provided for.
It is provided that the governor of a state becomes the leader of the party in that state. You are aware when the FCT minister was governor, he was leader of PDP. Every governor is the leader of the party. So there is,
and this is in the PDP constitution.
It is clearly stated that the governor leads the party in the state. And so the governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Sim Fubara, is the leader of the party. The FCT minister has nothing to do with the leadership of the party. That's the truth. And if he, let's say yesterday, yes, he could have said so. But by the antecedents and the role he has played, who exactly can former Governor Wike lead? Because a man who double speaks, a man who speaks something in the morning and speaks another in the evening, can't be a leader of a political party, any system. It is only in Nigeria that a man who wakes up in the morning and calls for people. I think we have to revamp our values even as follows. So talking about leadership, the governor is the leader of the party. Talking about a meeting, the truth is, it is his prerogative to invite stakeholders and say, look, I need your participation because this is it. But if he hasn't done that, well, we think it's within his right not to.
But in your perspective, with this situation on ground, you think it is one that warrants a meeting? of stakeholders in the party.
Of course, the governor has spoken in several fora, including last night, including night before last, that this is about Rivers State. And if it's about Rivers State, then there must be enhanced stakeholders' participation at all levels.
But that has not happened.
That's what I'm saying. So if stakeholders are not invited, if stakeholders are not part of what you do, that's because that is the governor's decision at the point. Of course, you are aware that because it has to do with PDP, the National Working Committee didn't need to take permission or leave from the governor to join the case in court to ensure that the lawmakers are at their seats are vacated. The PDP never needed not to take excuse from the governor to make their points very clear and vocal about it since then, and they are still pursuing it because the highest leadership of the party is at the national level. So that is clearly what it is. So it is the prerogative of the leader of the party in the state to say, okay, members, our ship is shaking, and then you wave the red flag. If that is not done, it means he is in control. It means he knows what he's doing. And all we need to do is to watch and observe until that time. But as per the soul of PDP, we are very certain that no one can take the soul of PDP from PDP because it is power that is meant for the people.
All right. Let's open the phone lines and take a few calls. We come back to some more questions as we make progress. 0817 923 0007 0817 923 0007. You can also call 0817 923 0003. Some of the messages on Facebook says and the entire Nigeria, I don't understand what that is. Mohammed Kanu. Presi Akwasu says the handwriting is clearly written on the wall. River State is becoming an APC state. Roski Guarano says, sir, you are good. Keep it up. Okay, Roski, thank you. Tammy Silvano says, these rumors are really coming to reality without missing words. However, stakeholders and the governor should put their machineries to work and stop it from happening. Plenty of messages on Facebook. I'll go for some more. This one says, Samuel Ewok, APC and PDP are the same system with different nomenclature. They're all recycled politicians who move from one party to another. Tubo Banimi Robinson says, River State cannot be an APC state. Where will the lords be? The likes of the minister will have to fight with APC before the end of Tinubu's tenure because he would like to have a shot at the presidency. And knowing the antics of the minister, he will retire from there. Then his soft landing will be his home party, the PDP. Prosper Chukwumaeze says, good morning. River State will become an APC state come 2027. Looking at what is playing out within the PDP where the lawmakers defected and you have the former governor taking the lead at the state level while the president will handle it at the national level, a clear picture is the 8-point peace signing. Eventually, they're planning to take over the state come 2027. Let's pause there and go to the phone lines. I'm sure we have plenty of people. Ezeken from Ubimini is on the line. Let's start with you. Ezeken, quickly, straight to your point. Good morning.
Good morning, Andrew. If you hear me, compliment of the season.
Compliment of the season. Go ahead.
I want to only add something to what your guest had just said concerning the leadership of a party, not only PDP. I see it as the authority of a governor to be the highest person or leader in every political party. Now, if I may ask, had it been the FCT minister was not or is not the minister of FCT for now, after his tenure as a governor, what would he be in the party? So in my own opinion, I concur to what your guest in the studio said, that governor, every governor, whether therefore APC or PDP, remains the leader of a party. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ezekiel. Origi from Ogbogu. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Go on.
River State is becoming the APC state very, very, very soon because there is no joy in PDP. There is nobody there. Just hope and see what will happen in the next 1 year. Thank you very much.
All right, Origi, thank you. Muriel in Okrika, now your turn. Good morning, Muriel. Happy New Year as well.
Thank you. Ifeanyi, good morning. Happy New Year to you.
Good morning.
Look, Ifeanyi, before I start, I really want to take this opportunity to thank Rivers people, those that are residents in Rivers State, even the traditional rulers, for standing firm, knowing what they want, and making sure that the opposition is being held to this moment. They are firm on what they want. I use the opportunity to thank each and every one of them. And I'm saying this again because I'm not seeing anything strong on the part of the PDP. Look, Ifeanyi, up to this moment, I've not heard from the PDP, which maybe your guests will tell us, what really happened between their two sons and the extent they've gone in settling the things. Look, Ifeanyi, the PDP on a serious note, and that's why we're having this rumor that gradually the River State is going to turn into an APC state. But I know it's not going to be so. I know that is on them. In fact, we should not be thinking in that direction. That is almost impossible in this state. But Ifeanyi, can the PDP tell me, anyone in the PDP tell me, the extent they've gone, what steps they've taken in trying to settle these issues between them, and what is the cause of the problem? What are their source told them that the issue is, and what they've done, the extent they've gone to.
All right, Muriel, thank you.
I don't know about the legislation of the person who said we should not speculate, we should not talk about it. I have some things to say, but I want to wait until I hear from the Ministry of Information of Information. He will come out and talk to us.
All right, thank you very much. Chris is in Rumo Biakani. Don't forget the number to call still is 0817-923-0003 or 0817-923-0002. Chris, good morning.
Hello, Ifeanyi, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yes, for me, I think PDP has not learned their lessons. They are still speaking the same way they were speaking before now, where they lost their election. Now, if you have somebody meeting and you think he doesn't have weight, then they are just kidding. For me, they should just apologize to Wike and then come back again. That is the only way they can get this state as a PDP state. But anything short of that, they are just playing to the gallery. And again, somebody said that because you are a governor, you will be the leader. What about Chibika Mechi that was in the APC and then a minister? Was he not the leader of the state? So for me, the leadership of the state is neither here nor there. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Please let
Chris.
me respond quickly to him. In that situation, the APC was not the one in power in Rivers State. So Chubike was the highest political leader at the national level. If this Rivers State was in another party, you can say he's the highest political leader. So he becomes
technically will be the leader.
So that's what I just want to clear.
All right, Braid from Buguma. Braid, good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Ifeanyi.
Okay. Thank you. Go ahead.
Also, Dr. Nwibubasa. Good morning, and happy New Year.
Thank you, Braid. Dr. Nwibubasa is the name.
Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, my name is Chief Comrade Kayembri. Yes, you have talked very extensively. But for me, I don't know what the executive governor, the leader of PDP, is waiting for to call a roundtable stakeholders meeting. That is number one. Number two, also, what is the national waiting for to solve or to expel the minister of the FCT? That's number two. Number three, this effective season, I saw one thing that the FCT minister gave Christmas gifts. Also, the governor of the state gave Christmas gifts. All went to the local government chairman, and they gave it to the councillors, and all was given to the people accordingly in one court. So what does that tell you? Thank you. That's my take.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go to Zion in GRE quickly. Zion, good morning.
Andrew, good morning to you.
You're welcome.
and the doctor in the studio, I greet you. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
The only problem I have with the former governor of Rivers State, Chief Nyesom Wike, is to make this present administration of Fubara so confused. That is the only problem I have. But you people as PDP member, without Wike, you people have no direction. That is the problem. You people cannot even win your unit without former governor Nyesom Wike. If not for this media talk, tell me who know you in your unit. Can you win your unit? It's just like a driver that knows the road to Abuja. All the passengers knows no direction except the driver. Now that your driver is confused, don't one of you take over the driver's seat and lead your party to victory? Must you be panicky? Must you be raising unnecessary opinion, unnecessary suggestion because of one man, former governor Nyesom Wike? The truth is the man knows his capacity. He knows his onion. That is why he's playing you people up and down like joker cards. 2015, when Goodluck Jonathan lost the election, all of you ran away. To rally, former governor Nyesom Wike stood and floated up this PDP. When Atiku came to say, I want to run for presidency, after the Asaba Accord or before the Asaba Accord, why can't you people at the Atiku, okay, calm down? This man, former governor Nyesom Wike, don't work hard, make himself achieve. She will talk about paying the dues, right? I don't pay my dues. I don't pay my dues. Former governor Nyesom Wike paid the dues, the ultimate dues, and you people disrespected him. You thought Atiku will win. He will not win. I will never win election in Nigeria until you people go back and apologize to former governor Nyesom Wike. Your PDP will know no boundaries. But I want to come and Nyesom Wike, former governor Nyesom Wike, I beg this governor Sim Fubara alone and lead Rivers State to our progressive land. Look at the December period. Enjoy the celebration.
All right, Zion.
That people were throwing parties
Thank
in
you.
Rivers State, but that country, the name of Fubara. I did it also.
Let's get
So
on to
please, go and apologize.
Blessed in Alu quickly, and then we come to my guest to respond. Blessed, good morning.
Good morning, my brother in the studio.
Welcome.
I also greet your guest in the studio also.
Very good morning to you and happy New Year.
This political, we saw her looking somehow. Let me tell you one thing pertaining to this state. Where I could remember when former governor of Rivers State, during the Chibikedi to Minamechi, when he joined APC, was PDP then, and joined APC, not everybody in that particular party said that they are going with him. Some people withdraw, say they are not going with him. And they didn't cause no cause of alarm. He didn't go after those persons that refused to join him. He said, go anywhere you want to go, that will be for you. But now, we have seen the answer in the war that those 25 or 26 or 27 lawmakers advocates will be, they are defected from PDP to APC. There is electoral law stated that if you are defected from one party to another without passing that particular party, so definitely your seat will be vacant. Now, I'm appealing to Rivers citizens to rally around, to go to where Fubara is, because Fubara get more than 85% of the state to back him. And then the former national speaker who resigned, we have been hearing on social media that he has become chief of staff. If that man can become chief of staff, it's welcome. It's a welcome development. A concern now says that they are going with Governor Wike, former Governor Wike, to another party. We don't know yet because he remains FCT minister. He never declared yet. But whatever we that's what we need.
All right, Blessed, thank you.
PDP already mentioned it before when he was the governor. People said need PDP. No two ways about it.
All right, Blessed.
Governor Fubara is going to lead the Rivers State to the promised land. That's my own concern.
Thank you, Blessed. And quickly, I think I said this here, and the report that he is now chief of staff, appointed chief of staff. Please, we have not verified. There has been nothing official from the government of Rivers State concerning that. So let us wait and hear perhaps from the Commissioner of Information or his official statement from the government, stating whether the lawmaker who has resigned as a lawmaker at the State Assembly is now a chief of staff. So let's be patient and wait for that before we make any conclusions. In the meantime, some things were said. One question asked was what caused the rift between the minister and the governor. I mean, they have said it's a PDP issue. Several times that has been mentioned. So does the PDP know what was responsible for this rift
between the FCT minister and the
governor? Yeah.
Both parties that are in disagreement that should understand what the rift is. Nobody knows about that, what the cause of the rift is. The governor has not also come out to tell Rivers people or the PDP to say, look, this is...
He said structure was, at least he mentioned structure.
Well, and we have discussed the issue of structure. The structure does not belong to anyone. The structure is the structure of the party. And that's why I also I referred when someone spoke about the leadership of the party and the defecting. And I said it clearly. When Right Honorable Rotimi Chubike-Amechi defected to the APC, did it deplete the structure of PDP? You still had the structure of the party. When you move, the structure of the party remains. The structure are human beings. The structure are the people that make up the party from the unit level to, except there's some other structure that we do not know about.
But what about talks about the PDP apologizing to the FCT minister?
Well, there is no such thing like apology to the FCT minister. The FCT minister should be apologizing to Nigerians because whatever we are suffering today from hitting the ground running, removal of fuel subsidy and the inflation rate, the cost of living and Nigerians dying in poverty, the minister contributed with his G5 significantly to the enthronement of an inept and of course clueless government that we are seeing today in Nigeria. And so if there's anyone to apologize to Nigerians, it is the former FCT minister for the role he played in bringing in a president that is not giving us a roadmap to prosperity.
What do you make of Edison's Ehie resignation, the situation at the State Assembly, and the resolution that was reached, the 8-point resolution? You think that ultimately that would guarantee some sort of peace and calm in the politics of Rivers State?
Well, that I don't know because in his resignation, he didn't state a reason. If you read the letter, there was no reason for the resignation, contrary to other resignations we saw that said for personal reasons, based on personal conviction. Edison's resignation was vague on the very purpose for which he exiting his representative capacity for his people and of course his speakership for the State House of Assembly. And so I'm not here to, I wouldn't like to do conjectures. I would rather like to observe and see what the outcome.
But then for the 8-point agreement that was put down, when you look at it, some people still finger that agreement.
Well,
is there anything that should be worrying?
Well, for the 8-point resolution, the truth is that there is a lot in that resolution that is not implementable, and of course, all the parties that signed and append their signatures to that resolution, they know clearly that there are a lot in that resolution that cannot be implemented. Even the president himself knows. The governor himself is aware that there are certain things he cannot implement. Doing that will be standing strongly against the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And like I have said before, if you fail to defend the Constitution, a time will come when the Constitution will fail to defend you.
All right, Tamina Itekena Dagogo says, if as Dr. Nwibubasa has alluded to that the PDP state exco body language says they are unconcerned by the defection of 27 PDP assembly members and the upcoming local government elections, what is he and others in his own divide of the PDP doing to ensure national intervention? I'd mentioned the local government elections that is coming.
Well, I've said it clearly here that whatever we are doing to ensure that there is an intervention, like I've said, the party draws strength from the national. Every party is a national party, it's not the state doesn't own the party. And so the PDP national will do all that is within them to ensure that we have our structure back to us. Apart from that, the PDP members in Rivers State that obviously are not on the mix, the amphibious brigade of PDAPC. I call them an amphibious brigade because they neither belong to water nor belong to land. They belong either in water or in land. That's those people loyal to the FCT minister. We are not part of that amphibious brigade of PDAPC. Those of us that are not there, we are doing everything within our reach to ensure that the sanctity of the structure of PDP in Rivers State is maintained, retained, and of course, continually progressive.
Well said. You heard from my guest, Dr. Nwibubasa. Thank you very much for your time. A lot has been said, a lot still to be said. We look forward to what the coming day holds, and hopefully we would have you here when those begin to unfold to also give your reactions to it. Once again, Happy New Year, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, and thank you to our dear listeners and all Rivers people.
All right, we'll go for a short commercial now. And when we come back, I would just take a few of your message and then we wrap things up and go for the news at 9. And Hello Port Harcourt with Jude already waiting. Stay tuned.